to the Spain. They really kick us ass today, and we are not eliminated from the tournament, and that's a good thing and positive thing from this game. They were a tough matchup for us, obviously, and more experienced team. I think we can only get the best from this game.
Okay, thanks, Bogdan. Coach?
Would you?
Yes.
Please, so he can go.
Absolutely. Are there any questions for Bogdan Bogdanovic?
No.
Thank you.
Any questions for the player? No? Okay, Bogdan, thank you. Coach Djordjevic, can I have your comment, please?
Good evening, everybody, and of course, congratulations to Spain. Definitely better team. They took us out of our game and out of our game plan in the second half, where we couldn't respond to their change of defenses. Really some inexplicable turnovers that we had, and playing this kind of game with 17 turnovers is completely out of reach for any opponent, even it was us. We played really with a hard second half. Didn't like the stupid reaction of our player, who should be on the floor, and we can even lose with him. Why not? If the other team is better, but he should stay on the floor and be one of the leaders. Anyway, we came back with a heart, with a good defense. We took them out of their organization that they have in the first half. They were really executing really well. They were moving the ball really well, but our defensive mistakes in the second quarter were so obvious, and you cannot allow this to happen to the team like Spain. Very experienced team, great guards, great point guards, and even another point guard as Marc Gasol in their game was a crucial. So nevertheless, they shortened their rotations. They were better tonight, and they deserve to win the game.
Thanks, Coach. Are there any questions for Coach Djordjevic, please? Lady, third row.
Sherry from Tencent. Hey, Coach, how do you think a game like this will help the later tournament, like for the later ones?
Well, this summer, this is the first loss that we have the whole summer, and it didn't came in the best moment, to be honest. But it's at the end, we don't lose our focus. We know the competition is still going on. We're still there. And we just have to get our head together and understand that the game that we play is played together. The only way we play, we look good when we share the ball, when we pass the ball, when we understand where the mismatch is, when we read the game. And today we were not that team. We were, maybe some of the players wanted to take individual responsibility for the game, but that's no need for teams like us. We should just keep on playing our basketball that we know how to play together.
Good evening, Coach. In the game against Italy, in the tough moments you had, after the timeout, you were able to respond better and improve the level of the game. Tonight, after the timeout you called in the second quarter, Spain played even better, and you were unable to respond. What do you think was the difference in the reaction after the suspension minute?
Well, two different opponents, first of all. Sometimes your timeout works, sometimes it does not work. It's not the magical stick that you can change the movement of the game. But obviously, in the second quarter, nothing worked. Not a word, nothing worked for us. We just stopped playing our game. And we're just thinking too much, I believe. We were not loosen up in a way that we play basketball, just reading the situations. We were just, what to do now? And once you do that, you're slower. Physically, you're slower. Your speed is not there. We didn't match up their speed in second quarter. And timeout or not, sometimes you try to, help your team, help the guys and everything. Sometimes it works, sometimes it does not. But, against some other teams work tonight, not. We'll see. We just have to put our head up and go forward.
Any other questions for Coach?
John Bofon from Tencent. So you just mentioned that Nikola Jokic, he's so important to this team. After this tough loss, are you going to talk to him about this situation like this? How do you want
Yeah, but
him?
we already talked. We cleared it out in the locker room. You don't have time for long meetings and stuff. He knows he's a tough kid, one of the greatest right now. We need him. We need him on the floor. And I would love to have him on the floor. You know, this is some kind of an excuse. You know, they expelled our, best center. So, we couldn't play without him. No, we can play without anyone. Not this year, but any year. You have to. You must at a level like this. But that's an episode that we just have to, understand, analyze, and I hope it will not happen again.
In your coach perspective, or what kind of personality do you think Jokic has?
I believe great personality, this is a, players grow during all their career, not only till one point or they grow every day till the end, till the last day that they play. And this is a moment for him to grow, to understand how this competition is played. He's a big kid, so he will understand.
Okay, we've got time for one more question. If there's any more questions for Coach. Okay, this ends this section of the press conference. Spain will be with us shortly. Thanks, Coach. Good luck going forward. Oh, who do we have? Who do we have for Spain? Oh, they haven't given. Okay. Okay, all right. Can I ask? I can ask a question from the top. No. Sergio, you. Sergio Scarioli. Welcome back to the second part of this post-game press conference. We now have with us head coach for Spain, Sergio Scariolo, and Spanish player, Sergio Llull. This press conference is following the game between Spain and Serbia, which Spain won 81 points to 69. If I could have a comment, please, first from Sergio Llull.
Hi. I think we play a really good game, really good defense. We start the game really hard, and now we are happy and with our mind in Poland.
Of course.
Okay. Are there any questions, please, for Sergio Llull? Any questions at all? Yes, gentleman, second row.
Zhang Bofeng from Tencent. At the second half, Serbia looks like they will come back, but how do you guys do the defense for them in order to get the win?
Well, I think they have a really good team with really talented players. So we know that they can come back, but I think that we stay calm and we keep our defense in a high level. So we control the rebound too against a really tall team. And I think that we play a really good game, and now we are happy, and we will try to rest and to play a good game against Poland.
Thank you. Any more questions for Sergio?
Good evening. What happened between first and second quarter, between -7 to +8? What was crucial moment? What you changed in your game?
Well, I think that we understand that we have to play a really good defense against a really good team, and then we move the ball in offense. We find a really good shots. I think that Ricky scored twice in a row. So we just keep our game plan, and we make the three-point shots. So that's the.
Okay, thank you. One more question, if anyone has a question for Sergio Llull.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thanks, Sergio. Coach, can you give us your opening comment about the game, please?
Yeah, good evening, everybody. Of course, just congratulate my players for the terrific effort they did, for the concentration they put in the game, implementing our game plan. But at the same time, I gotta just say that my admiration and respect for Serbia is absolutely high. I mean, they are a great team, very well coached. And let me say that Bogdan Bogdanovic is ridiculous. I mean, it's unbelievable. This guy had 75%, 78 by 2, 40 by 3, 100 free throws, 10 rebounds, 6 assists. This guy, I mean, your friend, your guy wearing that shirt, Kings, your friend over there must be happy about that. I mean, he's an unbelievable player. Said that, again, have a good, pretty solid defensive performance. We hanging when they came back, and they had to come back because they are so good. But we managed it with some good defensive play and also a couple of I would say buckets out of the box with the pure creativity. And overall, I think it was a good game. They were scoring over 100. We kept them below 70. We had to interiorize, and I think we did it that we don't have the talent. We're far away from the talent, offensive talent we had. By the way, I love the shirt. That's the right one. far away from the amount of talent we have in different previous years. So if we want to compete against great teams, we have to play not a good defense, a great defense. This is our faith. This is our roadmap. If we follow it, we can compete. Then probably they will beat us 7 out of 10 times. But in a given game, in a single game, you have a chance against everybody. Only if you play a really, really top defense.
Okay, thanks, Coach. Any questions, please, for Coach Scariolo? Yes, gentleman on the front.
Good evening, Coach. Is there a reason why, after all these years, your team always manages to grow extensively in the level they play during these kind of tournaments?
Well, it is I would say, combination of factors. Players, especially the player with more experience, know that they cannot last, especially if they are 32, 34, 35. They cannot last at the top shape during almost 3 weeks. That's impossible. Maybe you can do it if you are 20, 22, 24. So they know how to manage to keep their let's say, waste of energy at the, let's say, good level, not at the great level from the beginning, because it would be impossible to raise it when the real do or die games come. Other players, especially we have most of our players never played a World Cup, a World Championship. I think over 50% of them. So at the beginning, it's a little bit tough to adjust and to understand exactly this level of pressure and competition. So it's a combination of factors. Also, as coaches, we know when it's time to take something new out, like we did tonight, for example, or we know that you can't show everything in the first game, because especially, you can do it if you are the best team of the competition, you don't care. But if you are not, especially physically, you have to hide something, take it out in the right time, and hide something more, even taking one more risk for the following rounds. This is what we have basically done since we won the European Championship in 2009. Most of the time we manage it in the proper way. One time out of 6 or 7 times you fall short, you got to take a risk.
Coach, Ricky Rubio is now tied for all-time assists in World Cup history with Pablo Prigioni. Can you talk about your experiences of how easy it is to coach Ricky Rubio and his growth since you first met him, and how he is as a player today?
Before, when we were coming here, I was on the bus and I watched a picture where we were on the podium after winning the 2009 against Serbia. We beat them it was a great game for us, and I was watching the podium, the faces of the players. You could see Ricky being really, really a baby. It was 10 years ago, he was 18. My point is that when I took over, I would say my first division was, you're 18, you are the starting point for how long I will be coaching this team, you will be my starting point. Because he's special. He's can do many different things. He's such as a good passer, a smart player, good defensive player. He's finding his way, his balance between running a team and scoring now. He's still in the process of improving. I think Ricky is still in his way to improve, to finally get that balance between running team and passing the ball and shooting himself. He's close. My opinion is close to the full maturity, and probably best years are still to come for him. This is my personal perception.
Okay, thank you, Coach. We've got time for one more. Okay, 2 more questions. 2 more.
Sir, will China suffer a defeat in today's match? If any possibility, will you consider coaching Team China in the future? I'd like to know.
I didn't get the question, so because it was kind of a...
Okay.
Can you repeat it again?
Cool.
Okay. If there are any possibilities in the future, we will consider coaching Team China.
In China?
Yes.
You never know. I have 2 years with 2 more years with the Raptors, 1 more year with the national team. If you are under contract, you don't talk about any other. Why not? I would say, but I can't talk about anything which is so far away in the future.
Hey, Coach, Sherry from Tencent. So before the game, actually, Spain was the underestimated one in this game. So what was the pep talk like before the game? And also after this game, how was the confidence to chasing for a championship?
Well, I know my players. I've been coaching them for many years, so I know that it's probably not needed any extra motivation, but I would love them just to focus on the task on the floor and to try to inspire some confidence in being able to implement it during the game. So we barely need some extra pepper right there. Sometimes we need to calm down and to keep our confidence high instead of getting too nervous or psyching up above the level. And after the game, same. I mean, we had to keep calm, keep humble. We didn't do absolutely nothing. The real accomplishment would be make the top 4 now in the World Cup, which in this year, missing so many players would be so great that our motivation and our energies must just look forward and face the next challenge with a little bit more confidence, probably, but just being humble and stay floor-fitted.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Okay, thank you, Coach, for answering all the questions. And this concludes the press conference, the last one at Wuhan. Thank you. Coach, good luck. Well played. Well done.